Hi there. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 27th of April, 2025. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back today with Oblivion, which I said we weren't going to play more of. Unfortunately, I didn't really have the time, or I didn't really fill up to setting up the Alice stuff, because we'll be playing the PS3 version of Alice, just so we can play American McGee's Alice. So we'll be playing the first one and the second one. In order to get that set up, I gotta get the PS3 stuff set up, and it was gonna be a bit more hassle. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do a stream of Oblivion Remastered. It's probably gonna crash on us. It's probably gonna give us a hard time, but it's just easier to set up and play this than getting all the PS3 stuff set up. So but we will be getting to Alice stuff tomorrow. Also, for people that haven't been seeing the posts or reposts, the Crypt community is running a raid train in May. They're still taking applications, but I think today is the last day to apply. So if you stream horror games regularly and you want to help support charity, as well as be a part of a really great group of streamers and stuff, I do recommend going to join the raid train. It's a great way to meet some people. It's a great way to show your community, other communities of people who play the similar things to you. Also, just a great way to meet people. There's a lot of great people out there doing a lot of great work. Unfortunately, with Twitch, there's 3 million people, all trying to make a go of this. So it's very easy for us to miss people that we would really vibe with and stuff like that. So, so these raid trains are a really good way to meet people, to join communities, and all of that stuff. So, I do recommend it if you regularly stream horror. Now, it doesn't have to be like an everyday thing. It's one of those, if it's regular enough. Some people join horror communities, but they only stream horror in like October. They're looking for more of an investment, year-round kind of investment into horror. But they're also they tend to be a bit more lenient with what's defined as horror. There's some horror groups that are like, no, it has to be labeled horror, even if the game itself is not as horrific as others, I guess. And the Crypt community is not like that. They'll look at the games and go, oh, okay, this is, dark fantasy falls under horror, or this is, horror adjacent in these regards, like it has, intense subject matter, stuff like that. Because I actually saw it yesterday on Twitter, where people were talking about, like, what defines a genre, and like horror always comes up with that, because it's like horror is another one of those genres that's just very broad. And it's just like, yeah, so if you're playing a game where, you're a slasher chasing somebody, that's horror. But you also have games that are just purely psychological. No jump scares, no thing like out to really kill you. It's more like just diving into the crevices and the dark places of the mind, right? Which is also horror. So, and as you could tell, if you've been around those conversations, some people don't like that when you bring that kind of stuff up, because everybody has their kind of like definition of horror. But the Crypt community is very understanding when it comes to that stuff. They're not going to be like, hey, these are what we classify as horror, and if you're not playing those aren't, it's not horror. They're very like, no, let's check into these and see. Like, obviously, if you're playing, I don't know, like Stardew Valley, which I can't really think of anything horrific in there, but I haven't played all the content stuff, and plus there's mods. There might be mods, but anyway. But long short of it is, if you're playing Stardew Valley, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with playing Stardew Valley as long as you're playing, some other horror stuff nearby it. So like I said, it's a really accommodating community from a lot of different angles. And they're not going to bust your chops if you're like, hey, I decided to take a couple days to check out this new game, Oblivion, or this game that just came out just happens not to be horror. I actually responded to a post um, where someone was asking if, you know, if they should branch out a little bit from horror because they're known for like indie horror stuff. And I was like, I've heard there's a lot of people that start to really enjoy their streams when they start getting into more variety. But if you're strictly a numbers person, obviously you're going to take a hit there because a lot of people do come strictly for horror. And if that's your brand, obviously they're not going to stick around when you start playing Stardew Valley, you know. I mean, they might, but it's less likely. But at the end of the day, the thing I always tell people is like, do what you feel would make you the happiest, right? Because the people that stick around are going to stick around regardless of what you're playing. But you all will obviously see a dip in numbers. But the thing is too is there's also the reason why I'm always a proponent for like giving those games a shot. Just a second, I'm trying to eat apple too. Is because those games, like Minecraft, like Stardew Valley, like, you know, the Souls games, whatever it might be, that you're branching out, those games also have communities, right? So you might lose some of your community, you know, but you may gain some of theirs. And sometimes the gains outweigh the losses, right? Again, that's if you're strictly numbers. I was very heavy into numbers for our first year and a half of full-time streaming. And I'll be honest, it almost stopped me from continuing streaming. It was really rough. Because I was so focused on numbers, and of a year and a half, the last half a year saw zero growth. Like, no growth whatsoever. And then I had to take a break to move houses, and that break turned in from like a month to 6 months. You know, at a time where I was like, do I even want to go back to streaming? And when I came back, you know, I made some decisions on like where I wanted my content to be and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm not a big streamer. I don't know all the tricks of the trade and stuff like that. I could just tell you from the people I've interacted with what they've done to make themselves enjoy streaming. And I think at the end of the day, that's what matters. I think I was talking about it in somebody's chat last night. That, like, for me, the most important things are, like, community and your own happiness, right? Building a community you're proud of and making sure you're enjoying all the time you're putting into this stuff. Because it does take a lot of effort to do this stuff, especially for people that, like myself, they just have a mentality of they don't like to socialize, right? So every time you turn on the camera and you have to talk for 2, 4, 6, 100 hours, whatever it might be. Please don't do 100-hour streams. At least not without some, like, assistance or medical assistance nearby or whatever. Take precautions, but you know, it's like that could be very draining, and people don't understand that. Like, obviously there's the debate of like, is streaming worse than a real job, you know, from a strain standpoint, and I think the answer to that is it depends. There's some jobs that probably are not as intensive as other jobs, like obviously people go to the absurd degree of like, well, it's never going to be as hard as like a surgeon's job. It's like, yeah, of course not. Like that, no one's comparing streaming to a surgeon's job, right? We're talking about your regular old 9-to-5 filing papers kind of like office work job. And I think for some people it's easier, for some people it's harder, but that's why I said, like, you have to do what makes you happy. Right, like if it's streaming cozy games, it's cozy games, right? If it's horror games, it's horror games. If it's just chatting for an hour or two, whatever, right? Do what makes you happy. Grow the community that you want to grow. It's just, I don't know. I think I think a lot of times, especially in smaller streams, it's very easy. And again, I did this to myself as well. It's very easy to go, oh, I didn't get a follower today. That was a failed stream, you know, or oh, we haven't had a sub in a week. Oh, that's a failed week, right? Um, and it's very easy to do that because those numbers are easy to find, right? They're right on your, if you've not seen the Twitch dashboard, it's just right on your dashboard. How many people are viewing, how long you've been live, how many followers you have, how many subscribers you have, and how many sub points. Sub points and subscribers differentiate because if someone subscribed at tier 3, they're 1 subscriber, but they count as 3 sub points. That's why those are separated. And then how long your pre-rolls are off for if you run ads. That's it. Those are literally stamped at the top of your Twitch dashboard, right? So it's very hard to try to, you know, avoid those when it's right there in your face. And it's very easy to get wrapped up in them, right? But it's one of those that, like, again, I think there might be some shortcuts to succeeding on these platforms. And like virality, I think, is still one of those, but it's also comes at a cost, right? Because the one thing that I've seen in a lot of cases, not all of them, but in a lot of cases, is the people that tend to go like viral and start getting like hundreds or even like 1,000 viewers consistently is because they didn't really build their community up. Their community is just rampant with just terrible things, right? Because everybody wants to follow that virality train, right? And you know, and it's just it's sad to see because it's like, you know, it's like, I wonder if they had actually built their community instead of, you know, having this viral moment, if it would have ended up this way. Because I think there's a lot of people who make a success of a thing, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or whatever, who are thrust into this role of like community leader, and they're just not really prepared for that. So they kind of have to go like whichever way the wind blows, which leads to some very iffy decisions, we'll say. But the people that are here for, you know, 2, 4, 6 years that are, you know, working at this stuff, they're building their community slowly, but they have more of a guarantee that like when something like that would happen, they have a community they can believe in, not just a community that's there for fly-by-night until they're no longer viral, right? And it's just not easy being a community leader. That's another thing that people forget is like when spotlights can get very intense, you know, and when you're pushed into the spotlight and told to perform, people crack under pressure. It's perfectly normal to do so, right? And it's sad to see when it happens, because there's a thing that I always see, like people will always like, oh, this person's terrible because they're saying these things, and I always think, I'm like, I don't know if it's the fact that they're saying these things because they believe them. I think it's this, they're saying these things because the fact that like that's what they think they need to be saying, right? You know, because that's what the spotlight is asking for. That's what the script is asking for. Not to give an excuse to people saying and doing terrible things. There's no excuse for that kind of stuff. But it is interesting from a psychological standpoint to see what happens when someone who may not have been able to get into a leadership role or may not have been able to thrive in a leadership role gets put into those roles quickly. You know, it's like, do they crumble under the pressure? Do they rise to the challenge, you know, or some variation thereof? But that's why I give the advice that I do, is like, a lot of people would disagree. They're like, oh, you got to focus on the numbers. You got to focus on this. And it's like, sure, that's probably helpful advice and probably will gain you some viewership or some followers and stuff like that. But it's like, but what is it taking from you, right? Like, what energy is it taking from you? Because a lot of people that stream, good bit of people that stream, they have lives outside of Twitch, right? They have families to take care of, kids to take care of, animals to take care of. They have themselves to take care of, you know. And I think a lot of times when you get so focused on that, like, well, I got to post on TikTok, I got to post on YouTube, I got to do this short, I got to do this Instagram, I got to do that. Like, you're spending, 4 hours on stream, 8 hours off stream, and you're left with like 2 hours tops to, even probably even less than that in some cases to spend time with people. People that you care about, your friends, your family, your, stuff like that. And it's just, it could be very exhausting because when we build those support structures and we start pulling away from those support structures, it's very hard for us to kind of stand on our own outside of them. And for a lot of people, probably myself included, it's near impossible to stand without those support structures. So, it's just like, and we pull away from them because we want to make a thing of this streaming world. And unfortunately, there's no guarantees. So you kind of, sorry, I'm just checking the subtitles and everything. Okay. You kind of have to start making decisions. And also some people work, right? They do a full-time job, they come, they stream for 4 hours. You're talking about half of your day, actually probably more than that, right? Like, so let's say you have a 30-minute commute, right? You work 8 hours. That means it's 9 hours for work because you have to drive there 30 minutes and drive home, right? So you have 9 hours of your 24-hour day just to work. Then you have 3 to 4 hours of streaming. So now you're sitting at 13 hours, right? So over half your day is gone just in work or work-related things, in the case of streaming, right? And then you still need to feed yourself. You still need to spend time with your friends. You still need to take care of your animals, right? So you have those tasks, but you forget you need sleep. Let's say you need 7 hours of sleep. We'll mark an hour off because the 8 hours of sleep is kind of hit and miss when it comes to people. So we'll say 7 hours. So between work and streaming and sleeping, 20 of your 24 hours are gone. And again, you still need to spend time with your family. You still need to spend time with your animals. You still need to do shopping. You still need to do cleaning. You still need, right? It's very overwhelming. And I don't think there's a lot of structures out there to help people like manage those things. So I honestly think the reason why a lot of people fall off of streaming is not because streaming doesn't make them happy. I think it's because they can't easily balance all that's expected from them in life and do the streaming thing at the same time. It's just, and some people do. Some people do. They get very successful being able to balance that. But I think there's a lot of people that they're not able to. And I don't know if I could, in all honesty, if I had to work that kind of schedule. Because it's intense, right? But that's why at the end of every stream I say be kind, right? Because as a viewer, as a supporter, you have to remember that the person on the other side of the screen that you're chatting with, that you're joking with, right, they're people too, and they're going to have bad days, they're going to have bad times, they're going to lose people in their family, they're going to lose animals, stuff like that. And, that's the one part of the be kind. But the other part is being kind to yourself, right? And that part, for me, the reason why I try to point that out, that for me is for the streamers, right? For the streamers to be kind to themselves, go, okay, I didn't get any followers in the past 2 weeks. What am I doing wrong? Be kind to yourself. Maybe it's just a slow week, right? Maybe you're playing something that you really enjoy, but you know, there's not a lot of community for. That happens all the time when we play retro games. I'll play a retro game, people are like, what the hell is this? You know, no one knows. Godelka. But, you know, that's why you got to be kind to yourself as well as others, because it's real easy to blame ourselves for, like, those kind of shortcoming things. But also, it's real easy not to give credit for our wins, if you want to put it like that. I saw someone last night who was like, yeah, I got X amount of followers and a new sub. It was a really great night. I'm like, that's what more people need to do. They need to celebrate that stuff, right? Because that means somebody has decided to join your community for however long. And even more past that, someone has decided that your content has a monetary value to them, which, I think that's a symptomatic thing of, of capitalism. I won't go too deep into how I feel about that kind of thing. But I mean, at least at the very least, someone is like, this is cool enough. I want to send money to this person so they can continue doing this thing, right? And that's very nice of them, right? And I just wish I saw more streamers celebrate that stuff, right? It's like, yeah, sure, it's just one sub, but it's what it means, right? It means that someone out there believes you're worth more than time. Right, which time is our most valuable resource. I've talked about that before. You know, that's why we love our lurkers, is because time is the most valuable resource you can give someone, because you can't get it back. No matter how hard you try, you can't get time back, right? But not only are they giving you your time, they're giving you your money. That's a huge win, whether it's 1 sub or 100 subs, right? That's what kills me when I see some bigger streamers are like, oh, only 5 subs? Okay, well, you know, thanks for the 5 subs. And like, it's just like, you do understand someone just paid, you know, depending on whether they're on mobile or not, anywhere from $25 to like $30, right? Actually, it'd be like $35, so $25 to $35, right? And it's just like, you get to do something you enjoy, and people get to pay you for it, or get to. That's a weird way of phrasing that. People think they would like to pay you for that, right? Like, it's just, it's so crazy to me when people take that stuff for granted. Because it's just like, you know, they don't have to spend their time there, let alone their money, and they decide to. But, I mean, a long story short is, I think more streamers really need to sit down and just celebrate those, what people would classify as small wins, right? I think they're just wins. But, you know, 2 new followers, that's a win. 1 new subscriber, that's a win, right? It's just, I think we lose perspective when the numbers get bigger, right? It's like, oh, you've got 25 people watching you, so 1 follower is nothing, right? It's like, but it isn't though, right? Because that means someone, assuming it's not a bot, which does happen a lot, by the way, assuming it's not a bot, that means someone has decided, I like this person. I like the content, at the very least. I want to see more of this stuff. I'm going to hit the follow button. Next time they're live, I want to be here. Or, you know, at some time in the future, I want to be here, right? That to me is the biggest win you can have, is when someone goes, I like your commentary, your environment, your community enough to hit a button and say, I'll be back. I will be back for this, right? That's important, right? That's why I said, even if it's 1 follower, 5 followers, whatever it might be, that's important. You have to celebrate that stuff, right? And like, a lot of people will question, I'm sure, like, why do you do it? If it's so important, why do you do anonymous follows? Well, the thing is with anonymous follows, the reason why I've moved to anonymous follows is because I know there's a lot of people, they lurk. They spend their entire, you know, time in a community never talking. I've done that. There's multiple communities where I just hang out and chat. I just listen to what they say. I see how they act. I see what they're playing, all that stuff. I don't chat very often, which I'm trying to break that habit, but it just happens, right? So what the anonymous follows allows is, like, someone like me who's like chronically lurking can go, okay, I'm gonna follow, but they don't call me out. No one knows I'm here, right? But I still get to support them. I still get to say, hey, I'll be back, you know, in X amount of days to watch more of this content. Right, that's why I did it, is because, again, I've been told, hey, you've got a pretty chill stream. I like to just sit in your stream and listen to you talk about the things, or listen to you discuss different aspects of gaming or whatever. And it's like, okay, I appreciate that, but it's like my giving back to the community is like, I will give you anonymous follows so you can just keep doing that without ever being called out, right? So, you know, those follows matter just as much. In fact, any streamer, it's very strange to me that we still have this conversation in 2025. Any streamer that doesn't think lurkers are important doesn't know what Twitch is built on. You know, it's like, you look at the biggest streamer, any big streamer, they'll have, let's say, 20K, right? 20K people viewing. It's like, you know, of that 20K, you know how many people are actually chatting? Probably in the hundreds. Because if 20,000 people were chatting at the same time, no, nothing would be legible. Like, it would be impossible. Even in slow mode, it would be impossible to read, right? Because you're talking about a chat window that at best is like this long, which, if you have the smallest, like, font, still would only fit maybe 50 people, right? So, if even at those numbers, you know, such a small percentage of people chat, and that, again, that's the thing. That's why, again, I use anonymous follows, is because if those 20 people just want to hang out, let them, you know, let them follow, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. But I really wish I really do wish streamers were more kind to themselves. I really do wish they would celebrate more of the victories that they have. Because, you know, we gain followers, we lose followers. It happens, right? It's just the way of things. But at the end of the day, you know, if you're having fun and your community is having fun, you, in my opinion, are doing your job. Sure, you're not making $1 million. Sure, you don't have the money to house the entirety of Rhode Island twice over, but like, happiness is a hard thing to come by. Like, as much as we talk about it, you know, feeling joy, feeling pride in your, you know, the efforts that you're taking, enjoying what you do, those things are not easy to come by in this world, and they're getting harder and harder to come by as the world keeps changing, right? So being able to sit, you know, at your computer or on a couch or however you stream, right, and spend a few hours with people who like your company and like the content you're providing, and, you know, in some cases like you, that is far more important than, you know, the millions of dollars. And of course, that people are like, well, that's not true. Millions of dollars can get you things that make you happy. And you're true. Yeah, that's true. Sure, millions of dollars can get you things that make you happy, but it's also like, once that money runs out, whether, you know, it runs out because of finances or just no you know, income stream, what are you left with, right? A bunch of stuff that used to make you happy. But with streaming, you can just keep following that happiness. Okay, we beat this game, I'm ready to play this game now. This game I'm excited for. Oh, this game just released, ready to play that one too, right? Like, you can follow that. And sure, you need money to buy games, and people will argue that as well, because games are getting expensive. Looking at you, Nintendo. But I don't know. It's, like I said, it's just really easy to get wrapped up in the numbers and forget that you're human, you deserve kindness, you deserve space, but you also deserve to celebrate those wins, whether it's 1 follower or 100 followers, right? But you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself mentally and physically. But let's get into some Oblivion. I'm sure people are already tired of hearing me talk. I am not a fan of my own voice, which I think is just a symptomatic of a lot of things, but... Alright, switch over here. Again, we're only playing this because I wasn't feeling up to getting everything set up for Alice. But we will play that tomorrow. I'll try to get Alice set up. I've got some stuff I need to handle tonight. But... Okay. Any day now. I do have a plan if this keeps giving us issues. So... NASCAR game's going. Oh, we just got started. We just got started. So, welcome in, D-Man. How you doing? I like the game. I just wish it'd quit crashing on me. Okay, I believe we need to go to the Imperial City and this cave. I think that we were going to head to the cave. The last time we fast traveled, it crashed. Hey, Stray Root, how you doing? Yeah, I just got done doing like a 30-minute kind of spiel about streaming and stuff and being kind to yourself. So, taking a nap on the sun, go alert. All right, enjoy your nap. But yeah, I was just talking about we're starting later because I just wasn't feeling good this morning. We were supposed to start our Alice playthrough, but we're gonna move that to tomorrow. So we're just gonna play a little bit of this today. I wasn't intending to play more of this because again, it just keeps crashing. And I was gonna wait till they did maybe some optimization stuff on it, but I didn't get Alice set up last night, so I'll set that up tonight so we can do that tomorrow. And then we'll go on because we've got some stuff to play. Also, we're getting close to St. Jude month, and I still need to figure out what incentives I want to do for St. Jude. Which is going to be hopefully a good time. I set our goal rather high, but I always set the goal high just in case someone comes in and is like, this is very cool, and then they, just drop something big for charity. Because the whole goal is to raise money for charity, right? Like, I don't see any money or pushback or anything from doing it. It's just to make sure that, people get to... Is it common problems that this game crashes, no new patches? They did a patch, I want to say a couple days ago, and then we crashed twice, so we actually got more crashes. But yeah, I'm not the only one dealing with crashes. I think it just has something to do with the optimization. I'm wary because there is a graphics update, like driver, graphics card driver update. I'm worried to do that because I'm worried it'll make it worse. But yeah, I'm not the only one having crashes. Some people are able to run it just fine too. Even on older computers, they're able to run it just fine, but... Is that a mountain lion? It is a mountain lion. Yes, I know it doesn't have chart. Lion pelt. Nice. Okay. But... because I know some people have played it for a few hours, not a single crash, and I've played it for a few days, and we've only had like 4 crashes. It's just annoying. Like, it's not too bad, but it's just annoying. I've definitely had games crash more, but... okay, I think we were looking for... oh, hi. Where'd you go? Oh. But... also, I wasn't intending on playing this on stream, like, so early. I knew they were going to announce it because they dropped it on the store 2 days before they announced it. But I thought it was going to be coming out later this year, and they were like, it comes out today! And I'm like, oh, great. So I'm like, we might as well play a little bit of it. So that's why we're playing it, but... oh, hi. Is that a bear? Oh no, it's another mountain cat. Oh, this is gonna be a... oh, it turned. I was gonna say, that's gonna be a heck of a shot.
Hello? Who's there?
Okay, cool, we can level up. F5. That's why I like to play on consoles. It runs smoothly, rarely crashes. I don't know about console. I don't know if they've had crashes. I would assume that they probably also have problems with crashes, but... okay, what do you got? Steel mace, money, and alright, that's another one down. I think the last one we need to take care of is in the Imperial City, which is probably going to get us arrested immediately, because we have killed a couple Imperial guards. But, I mean, the problem with consoles, though, is, like, this game is locked to 30 FPS, right? Like, so you can't play it at 60 FPS, as far as I know, at all. So, you know, it depends on priority. And console games are not, you know, immune to crashes. Because I've had plenty of console games crash on me over the years. Okay. So, let's go more agility, more speed, and then personality. But my thing is play games on what you can play games on, because the whole point of games is to have fun. So I'm not one of those that's like, oh, consoles is the worst way to play. No, dude, I know plenty of people that play consoles for a variety of reasons. You know, it's the cheaper option in a lot of cases. You know, when you can go out and buy a $300 system that can play basically all the games you need it to play, why not, right? Especially when computers are costing $1,500 to $2,000, right? Obviously, it's a very smart like monetary decision to go that route. So, I don't know. I don't get into any of those elitist arguments, those gatekeepy kind of things. Stop, you violated the law. Yep.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is...
Alright, I'll go to jail.
Hope you rot.
I killed 2 Imperial guards, so that's why they're... Serve your time, yes. Oh, I didn't get to read what decreased. There we go. Armor by 1, athletics by 2, blade, blunt, hand-to-hand, and alchemy. Really, the only ones we care about are athletics and blunt. So. No, those. Black band. Nihilism. £30 over. Why? You'd give us our scales back, right? Okay, we don't need that. Yes, give our scales back. How did we become over-encumbered when we weren't over-encumbered before? I don't know. There should be... Yeah, the market district's right here. We're just gonna go the walk slowly. Game you buy works at once. You don't have to buy more RAM, install new drives. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you, man. Like, monetarily speaking, it's so much more beneficial to buy a console, because you buy the console, you buy the game, you get to play, right? Whereas PC, it's expensive right out the box. I mean, the one kind of upside to PC though is if you build a mid to high end PC, it can last you a decade. Where some consoles only last for 5 years until they're trying to be like, buy our new one, buy our new one, buy our new one, right? So. But yeah, no, I get you. That's what I said. I don't get into the like PC is the best or consoles are better kind of thing. I just want people to play video games and have fun. That's the long and the short of it. If you want to play on PS5, great. If you want to play on PC, great. Honestly, what I want is the developers just to make more crossplay. Let people play with their friends on PC or PS5 or PS4 or whatever. Right? That's what I care about. Just let people play with their friends. Okay, I believe this blacksmith is over here. We'll have to rest, but... No. Might be over here. I forgot which door we came in, so... I want to say the armor's right here. If not, it's on the other side. There's a merchant. so it's on the other side. I guess it doesn't matter. We could go in here. So let's rest until 9 should be good.
Take this. It's from a friend.
Thanks. Mysterious note. Oh, it's probably a Thieves Guild. Do. Because I think it's like steal something and then get caught stealing, and then they, I can offer great rewards unless... Yeah, okay. Thieves Guild. Got it. Wow, you guys still aren't open? It's like 9 o'clock in the morning, dude. Oh, no, they woke me up early. Thanks, Gray Fox. Waking me up early.
Get your black horse curry.
What? Why are you guys looking at me?
Say, you look like someone that could help us out.
What's up with
He is
Thorin here?
dirty, plain and simple. I don't trust him at all. Won't even come to merchant meetings and set his prices so low. If you want to give me a hand.
Okay, so that's a quest. Cool. I need to
I'm listening.
persuade you. Let's see. You like admire. Oh, you really like admire. You hate joke and you don't like coerce.
Please, I'm embarrassed. You're wasting your... Ugh. What a great story.
If he wants the food to eat, I don't know, man. Look at them. They're just both like I walked in their shop and they're like, "What? Nobody comes here at 9 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing?" Sorry, I didn't have merchant etiquette.
Really now? You're such a... Get away from me. I wish I could say that. That's just talk.
Wait, what? Oh, he likes admire. Okay, it's these two. I had that backwards.
You can't skip... Ugh. What a... Please, I'm embarrassed.
There we go.
But thank you. You're revolt. That's just talk. What a wonderful... Really?
There we go.
Interesting. That's just... Please, I'm embarrassed. Well done. Ugh. That's foul. You should be ashamed. What a great... Really now? That's just talk.
Okay. That should give us some
Can I interest you
barter.
in some of my wares?
That should give us some bartering power. 55 should be good. Alright, start with weapons. We don't need...
A fine transaction.
Keep the elven arrows. Keep suffer thorn. That's a lot of steel arrows. We don't need that many steel arrows. Okay. Fortify illusion can go away. Oh, we forgot to put our necklace on. That's what it was. Cruelty. That's why we couldn't lift anything. We forgot to put cruelty's heart on. That's what it was. Okay, so we'll put that on. Forthwith.
You got a great deal there. That's a fair deal.
Okay. Keep all this stuff. We can put that in our chest in our house. Okay. Iron arrows can go.
That's a... Thank you. Come again. Take care.
Okay. So yeah, see, our carrying capacity is 510. When we put on this, it goes to 550. So that's what we were missing. That's why we were over encumbered, is because we didn't have Cruelty's Heart on. Okay, steel arrows and silver arrows do the same amount of damage. I'm very curious why we would want one over the other. Maybe silver arrows can damage, like, ghosts and stuff. I don't know, let's see. Hit show details and see what happens. Nothing. Yeah, dwarven arrows, silver arrows, and steel arrows all do the same damage. The only one that's got more damage is the elven arrow. Okay. Alright. We're going to be saving a lot just because we don't know when it's going to crash, so... I think I'm going to focus on trying to get...
a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Alright, let's go to the Talos Plaza District now that no one's trying to arrest us. And see if we can,
Speak.
find this last sibling. Oh, no, not you. Leave me alone. That's the wrong house. That guy wants the artifacts. Oh, he's gonna come out here anyways.
What can I do for you? My master, Umbacano.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Wait, did the quest change? Quests. Next of kin. Matthias? Wait. Wait, it is someone that works here?
I work as a guard at Umbak. I am one of his guard dog. Enough talk.
Hmm. Hang on. There we go. Use most of our lockpicks, but I auto-attempted it.
Get out of here!
Okay. Looks like he's home. Huh. Interesting. Who we're looking for is in here, but... But not? Okay, now they're not in here.
Oh, hello.
Okay, it seems like they're behind the arena. I feel like they're back here. Shouldn't be any guards back here. Oh, except
What
that
is
guy.
it, citizen?
What is it, citizen? Oh no, get away from me. Yep, there it is right there. Okay. We burned a lot of our lockpicks, so I'm gonna have to do this one by hand. Dang it. God, I hate this minigame. Play some games yourself now. Have a great one. Maybe I'll stop in later. Okay. Well, thank you for being here, D-Man. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your games. I really do hate this lockpicking game. What will you have to be for skeleton key? I might go see if I can just get skeleton key. Oh. Okay, nocturnal. Okay, level 10, so we are level 10. Okay, so it says it's just up the road that runs east of the Upper Nibbin from Leowin. This is the lower? Ah, here we go. The Upper Leowin. The road that runs east. So somewhere in here. Bars. So somewhere in here is the shrine. Okay, let's see if I can find the maps now. In the back. Yes, they are. Okay. So we need to find this one. Okay. So is it 51, 45, or 50? Who are we looking for? Nocturnal. So it doesn't seem like it's there. Sorry, just looking for Nocturnal Shrine. There's pyrite. Okay. Shiagorist. Nocturnal 21. Okay, so it's right where it's southwest of that sea. Okay. So what we're looking for is right here. Okay. We'll do this quest in just a second. Let's go get the skeleton key. Let's go get the skeleton key, shall we?
Hello there.
What's going on with you?
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago. Ugly little animals.
Nasty creatures, but I hear their meat is rather tasty.
Yep, there it is, right there. Okay. Off the horse.
Night among strangers. Secrets in the dark. Nocturnal is here. But my eyes blind and drowned. Stolen from its shrine and hid in dark waters. To steal from a god is most unwise. In Leowin, true Argonians think themselves secret, but the eye has seen them. Find these thieves in the city that spans the waters. Learn where they hide my eye. Retrieve the eye of Nocturnal Mortal, and return it to me. And I shall look favorably upon you.
Make this my active quest. Okay. Let's go to Leowin. A pair of Argonian thieves. I think they tell us where it's in Tidewater. Hi there, random person.
I'm so hungry. Anyone looking for work should... He's a fairy tale. Of course it's all... Blessings of Stendarr upon ye.
Let's go to this. Let's go to the tavern.
Good. I'm Darji. I'm a Khajiit in disguise.
Wow, rude.
Anvil is all in an uproar.
Yeah,
First, the
we'll
chapel
hand-
attacked.
Yeah, we'll
Want
do
to hear
the-
a Khajiit joke?
Go ahead.
Why do Khajiit lick their butts?
Why?
To get the taste of Khajiit cooking, a real thigh slap.
Okay, that guy hates
Goodbye.
Khajiit. Fun. Best goods and guarantees.
What can I do for you?
You got anything for sale?
What can I interest you in?
Nister's boots. Nice. Nothing good.
Goodbye.
What about you?
Goondalus, get best pri.
They say a whole island with an inhuman statue appeared near Breville.
Have a look at my
What do you
wares.
got?
I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Pulse Undead, Silver Battle Axe. Okay, nothing good.
Take care.
The dividing line. I think we've ever been in here.
The dividing line between a live hero and a dead one is a sharp sword. Because you don't want to be... I make all the weapons and all.
Nice.
Have a look
What do you
around.
got?
You won't find better prices than
Vesterine's
all
Cleaver.
Tamriel.
Not bad. Elven Longsword. Okay, not a whole lot.
I'm pretty handy. What
Ooh,
needs to
repair
be
all
fixed?
is 900? Well, in that case...
Armor, weapons. Make it quick.
Alright, let's see what you got. Okay, so you really like Boast, you kind of like Coerce. You hate Admire.
Such adventure. That's just stupid. Not now. You've got a point.
Okay.
That's just not funny. Not now. I salute you. Most impressive.
There we go.
Such adventures. That's just not funny. You win this one. Not now. Not later. Not ever.
Okay. Well, this is not good.
What a dumb joke. I can't argue with that. Don't talk such rot. That's amazing.
Okay.
My life is drab and wretched by comparison. That's just not funny. I won't fight you. What nonsense. I salute you. That's just not funny. Don't talk so. You win this one. Gracious. What a hero. You think that's funny? What nonsense. I can't argue with that.
Here it just... let's see.
Sorry. Don't waste your... That's enough. Such adventures. How I envy you. What a dumb joke. Don't try to... You win this. That's amazing. What nonsense. That's amazing. What a dumb joke. I can't argue with that.
Does he not like anything but Boast? Hold on.
What nonsense. That's just stupid. You win this one. I salute you. Most impressive. Don't talk such rot. What a dumb joke. I salute you. I won't fight you. That's just stupid. I can't... Don't waste your... Gracious. What a hero. I can't argue. Such adventures. What a dumb joke. Don't talk such rot. You've got a point. That's just not funny. What non-gracious. What a hero.
He likes adventure stories. It doesn't seem like he likes anything but one thing, which is kind of abnormal. I think it might be a bug. Okay.
Not smart to carry around broken equipment. Perhaps you need new armor, a weapon. I have a large selection of both.
Okay. Let's see if we can get these hammers off of him. We can't.
Come back and see me. You too.
Because it's easier for us to use the hammers than, or cheaper for us to use the hammers than it would be to have him repair stuff. There they are. So, We still have 13 hammers left. Yeah, he really likes adventure stories. You're right, Stray. Okay. I still gotta find, I think they're Argonian brothers. And I believe they're here, if I remember correctly.
Welcome, stranger. With seduce. So much dirt, but listen. Bugak Robol has some good books at Southern Books. Bugak Rob... Enough talk.
Okay. I think I need to wait till nighttime. Which is only in a few hours. Because I believe there's two brothers that show up.
I'm Otamil, but I didn't do anything. When we are better friends, So?
Better friends, you say? Okay, you don't like admire, you don't like joke, you like coerce, you really like boast.
What a dumb joke. What not? You've got such adventures. How I envy you.
Let's see. Admire, joke.
This one. My life is drab. Sorry, I don't get it.
Okay. Joke.
That's just stupid.
Admire.
Don't waste your flattery. I won't. I salute you. Most impressive.
Okay.
You
Joke.
think that's don't waste your.
Admire.
My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Not now. Such
both.
adventure. That's just. You've got a point.
Joke.
A dumb joke.
Admire.
Don't try to manipulate me. I won't
Coerce.
fight. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. I can't argue with. That's just not funny. Don't waste your flattery on. Gracious. What a hero.
Hey, monkey. Hey, how's it going? How's the game? It hasn't crashed on me so far. Today. Now I just jinxed myself, but... I love Oblivion, I just wish it would run better. That's basically my biggest gripe with the game.
That's enough. Such adventure. That's just... What nonsense. You've got a point. What nonsense. I salute you. That's just stupid. Okay, I'll tell you. It is so great. I sneak into people's houses, take things off their tables and shelves, and put them into barrels. Isn't that rich? Goodbye.
I'm waiting. Leave me alone.
Gotta find these Argonian brothers. Or what's this more thing I'm gonna buy it? I will purchase it, but I would prefer to purchase it after all the stuff is ironed out.
I can eat for a day with a single.
Have a coin.
Thank you, kind lady. He's a fairy tale. Of course it.
Okay.
Blessings of Anu upon you.
But yeah, no, Oblivion's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. It's just every time I'm like, ooh, I'm really getting into it, it crashes. Like, it's just unfortunate.
What is it?
Oh.
Okay, Darji.
How do you do?
Who do I need to talk to?
What is it now?
Like, a lot of people love Skyrim, you know, that's fine. I love Norse things, so you would think I would love Skyrim more, but I don't know, there was just something about Oblivion that I enjoyed more. You know what? We're gonna consult strategy guide. Because I know who the Argonians are, I just don't know how to trigger their thing. We're trying to do Nocturnal's quest right now so we can get the skeleton key. Any male Imperial. Okay. Male Imperial.
Beto Plotius. I'm a faithful ser-
I have Nocturnal.
I have Nocturnal. Doesn't...
Leowen?
Bamna and Bij...
Oh, there we go. Obamna
He's
and...
always got some scam going with Bij...
Okay.
She
There we
wasn't a
go.
bad sort.
There's our
Proceed.
names. Just some random dude in town. I serve the Emperor. And those people are doing some shady stuff. Oh, really? Do tell me more. Alright. Let's quick save. Hi, you two.
What?
Rats. Hate them. Hate them. Oh, did I say that out loud?
I have Nocturnal.
Never heard of the thing. And
Is it?
Yes?
Okay, so I think I need to
Make it quick.
persuade you. Okay, so you like boast and admire, but you hate joke. Okay. So let's do
You're
joke,
revolting.
coerce,
That's just talk.
admire.
Really now. What a great story.
There we go. Alright, joke,
You should be ashamed.
boast,
What a great story.
admire.
Goodness. Oh, please.
There we go. Boast,
Really?
admire.
Please. I mean, you're wasting your... You're revolting. Oh, that's foul. What a great story. Please. I mean, you're wasting your breath.
Okay.
Goodness. Is that so? Well done.
Okay, I'm gonna bribe him
What a
for
thoughtful gift. That's not
75.
bad.
He should tell us at 75.
Never heard of the thing.
I'm Bijin. I'm a... Yes. Why? Why would you... Maybe we bomb not. This better be good.
Alright. This also gets our speechcraft up, so like I don't mind doing this minigame. Okay. Okay, loves coerce, likes boast, hates admire, dislikes joke.
Whatever you want. Well done. That's just... Don't try to manipulate me. I accept. I have no choice. What nonsense. What a great story. Sorry, I don't get it.
Oh, these two. Okay.
Sorry, I don't get it. Don't waste your... Don't... Really? Interesting. Remarkable. That's just not funny. Don't try... Whatever you want. That's just... Not now. I accept. What a great story.
And we'll bribe for 72.
Well, isn't that... I see.
I see.
Why? Why would... Take care.
Okay.
But what if the trolls eat it?
Shh. There's someone here. Wait until they leave.
They stopped when we must eavesdrop them without being detected. Oh, okay. They said what if the trolls eat it? Just gotta let them have their conversation, I guess. Maybe I come in sneaking.
But what if the trolls eat it?
Trolls don't like water.
There we go.
Trolls don't swim. The eye is perfectly safe in Tidewater Cave. So relax.
Tidewater Cave. Thank you very much. Let's look at this, the skeleton key, which I believe is unbreakable. Tidewater Cave. Perfect. We have bog water from killing the Argonian trader, so we can just ride west and get that. And then we'll finish up that Dark Brotherhood quest. And thankfully we fought trolls before, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Speaking of which... Azkaban Troll? I don't remember them having names. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, these trolls are a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher than I was expecting. That's fine. Where's the entrance? Right there. Not wait when enemies nearby. What enemies? Oh, there's a nun route. Guess we'll just go inside the cave and wait for our health to get up. Inventory. Go with silver arrows. Wow, really? Quick save. I know there's a troll that walked off that way. Coming out here, buddy, or... Yeah, they have names now. Interesting. Four calipers? What are those for, troll? Okay. Rest for 1 hour. Should get our health back. Nice. Quick save. Alright. Oh. We'll need our water-breathing amulet for this, if I remember correctly. Ah, not a bear. Bears don't mess around. There we go. Bear pelt. Silver arrow and full. I like how he said that trolls don't like water, and yet there's trolls all up in this cave. So it was objectively false. Or objectively wrong, I guess is a better way of putting that. I think it would have been better that trolls don't swim. Oh, there's a bedroll there, nice. Calipers. So I believe there's a part where we have to like swim down, but we have an amulet of water breathing, so we don't have to worry about that. I started getting ready to teach class, gonna learn for a while. Well, thank you for stopping by, Monkey. I hope class goes well. I do appreciate you being here. Let's clear out this way first. Okay. Dead end. So we can swim that way. Let me go for the bear. Bear pelt, roll fat. Bones. I believe this is a dead end. Let's go ahead and quick save again. Okay, those bones came out of nowhere. Nice. There it is. This is the swimming section, but that's fine because we have Necklace of the Sea. Hey, Lee, how you doing today? Blood Emerald. Eye of Nocturnal. Alright. There's another way we could go into water. Back down this way, yeah. No, not that way. This way. Make sure we check, because I believe there's like armor or something in one of these. There's the slaughterfish. Where'd that slaughterfish go? go. Some money. I could have swore there was like an armor or a special weapon around here somewhere. Maybe I'm mistaking it for a different cave. Welcome back, Stray. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Okay, I just woke up randomly, fell asleep early. Hey. I don't know what it is. I think maybe the season change or something, but I've noticed I've been getting real tired like much earlier, because usually I have to stay awake till like 3 just to be able to sleep properly. But I'm like going to bed at like 10. Now I'm still not getting to sleep until like, you know, 12, but it's still like 3 hours earlier than normal. It's very strange. I'm not sure why that's happening. Because there's not really been many changes or anything. But alright, let's see if we can get Nocturnal their eye back. So that way we can get Skeleton more.
My eye is returned.
Cool, no subtitles.
And I once again see into the darkness that is your world. We mock the thieves, for bitter is their loss. You, mortal, may take this. It shall open the secrets of dark places for you.
Eternals are pleased and have been rewarded the skeleton key. And like I said, I believe the skeleton key is an unbreakable lockpick. It doesn't say. I hate this interface. Alright. So with that done, now we can go to quest. Next of kin. We're gonna do an actual save this time. And then we're gonna go break into their house finally. Stray's out sleeping under the sun. They are taking in that vitamin D.
You have my ear, citizen.
Speak.
Nice armor.
Oh, hello.
Welcome. My master instructed me to...
Throw you up immediately. Yes, it is unbreakable. Security level also goes up. Our security level is 88 now because of the skeleton key. So... Okay, now we can just spam the open lock button and not have to worry about anything. And we still get to level up out of it, too. Take that, and the wolf belt.
Thank you for coming. You may recognize, as you may know, I am somewhat...
Yeah.
No mere shopkeeper.
Ayleid statues.
I am looking for the complete set of 10 for my collection. Through my research. Why?
No, not yet.
Well then.
Alright.
I see no reason.
Wow.
Stop talking. Enough.
See what's in his attic, shall we? Last King of Ayleids. Crystal Ball. Sweet Cake. Okay. Ooh, what are these books? Wild Elves. Providences. Trials. Some books are skill books, so you want to make sure you read them. But okay, well, for some reason, whoever we're looking for, it says they're in here, but
Stop!
not.
You violated the law.
Wait, what? Pay gold.
That's too bad. Okay.
Wait, what did I steal? 5 gold? Okay. Not sure what I took there, friend, but... This must have been when I unlocked his door. Where's the evidence chest? You know, items are confiscated by guards.
Speak.
Oh no! Could be a shame if I got all my stuff back. Goofballs. Okay. So I think I need to... go to their house. And just wait for them near their house.
Speak.
Oh, nope. Here they
What is
are.
it, citizen?
Okay.
Who will help an old beggar?
Here they are. And a quick save. Get right up next to this jabroni. I know what you're talking about, guard. I'm a bodyguard. Just a bodyguard. You know how it is. Nothing suspicious going on. Nothing at all. Just making sure my friend makes it home safe. You know how it is.
Well, at least they're slow and not too bright. Their pincers are sharp, though.
Safe travels.
Take care. Hey, come on now. There's no need to get violent.
I did not see the people.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the...
Resist
Then
arrest.
pay with you.
I did not realize there were people standing right there. Oops. Alright, I might just have to follow them to their house. No witnesses.
You have my ear, citizen.
All Saints Inn. Where is this guy going?
Hi there.
What?
Have you seen the selection at Stonewall?
Oh, I think his house is back here. No?
There's no place better than Stonewall.
Where are you going?
See you.
What's your name? Matthias Draconis. Satyrs. Wait, where did he go?
You have my ear, sir.
This guy's trying to lose me. Waterfront? What are you doing out here? Our house is back in town.
I'm Jer. I'm a dip. A pickpocket. But
Nice.
goodbye.
Are you meeting with this guy? Are you trying to pickpocket this guy? What? Okay, now you're just... What are you doing, friend?
Yeah? What are you...
I'm looking at a dead man.
What? A dead... Yeah? Slave of what? Yeah?
I can't get him to instigate the fight.
Okay. Well,
Can't get him to instigate the fight.
come on now. There's no need to get violent.
Ah, here comes the guard.
It's all over, lawbreaker.
Ugh.
Then pay with your blood. Remember the Emperor! Someone's been murdered.
Okay. Yes. Castle Skingrad. Okay. I thought it was pretty far away, but... Are they swimming after me, or...? Yes, yep, there he is. That's how we run, by the way. If you're wondering. Alright. Ha! The game crashed. Nice. Literally nothing going on but us running, and the game crashed. Oh, God. My guess, I think what's happening, because based on what I've been seeing when this game crashes on us, I think what's happening is there's certain objects that when they load in are not loading in properly, and that causes a crash. Because we've had it happen when we teleport places. There, we had it happen while we were just running through a field. So what I think is happening is there's some object, maybe it's just like high density, or there's some like lighting bug or something, that like when you get too close to it, the game goes, I can't register what's going on here, so I'm just going to crash. So I think there's just some stuff that trigger that. But you know what? We're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different. I have two backup plans, one of which I've been kind of holding off on because I wasn't sure if